Welcome everybody to the show. The playoffs have officially begun. I am of course Roy or Stronglegs, call me whichever you wish. Joined with me is Cory, Megaman. We have casted before, we're ready to cast again. It is going to be an amazing cast. Hopefully we can bring you guys some awesome content. It will be ATK, the South African boys, plus the recent addition of Tens up against Party Knots, who are also having a roster of their own. We can go ahead and jump straight into the server, Cory. Let the action begin.
Yeah, let it begin. Knife round just finished up. Dust 2 is going to be the battlegrounds to kick things off in this best of 3. So I'm looking forward to this. Party Astronaut's going to be starting off on the CT side. And like you said, they just had a couple of new roster additions, Robbie and MOTM. MOTM obviously playing at a very high level for a reasonable amount of time now, both in the MDL and other high facets of ESCA and also Face It. So look to him to have some impact into this matchup as well. Yeah. But ATK, I mean, it's the South African boys. You know, what can you say? They just lost Sonic, but that's okay because now they got Tens, and Tens is a beast.
Not a bad trade, huh?
Yeah, not a bad trade.
Not a bad trade at all. But ATK are an extremely scary team on Dust 2. I've seen them play this map before, but right now they're setting up for a mid-explode with 3 players, including the bomb as well. Look at it split on towards the B side quickly.
Yeah, Tens drawing first blood here. Like I said, keep your eyes on him. Domster goes down to MOTM, and Robbie locking down this B bomb site. Look at this, actually. Robbie and MOTM completely locking them out of the B bomb site, leaving just JT alive for ATK. He's all the way up in the top side of Cat. Not going to get too far from this. I mean, 1 versus 4. Tremendous amount of work left to be done in this round. Only half HP for Ben Leap, but that's not too big of a deal considering how healthy the rest of the squad is.
Yeah, I mean, not to mention JT, no armor as well. And that, yeah, the setup was just a little too strong. I guess we can just call him Attack. We don't have to call him ATK. Attack is even easier, and it sounds cooler as well. So we're going to go with that one, but it is Party Knots picking up the first round. That means weapons now. Cory, Attack will likely just be on the P250s, maybe Glocks mostly. Couple flashbangs to try to at least gain some space, probably either towards long or maybe explode out middle and B. Let's see how it plays out, but right now this is looking like a free round for Party Knots.
Should be. If everything goes according to plan. I mean, 3 Glocks and 2 P250s. Surely not a lot to talk about. Incendiary along to soften them up. But the MP9 range to range. Might have a Glock kill here as Domster's going to be able to find one, but yeah, going to get shredded here at long. Those rifles going to work, and that's all she wrote. Robbie doing a good job. He's actually picked up 5 frags in opening 2 rounds to defensive B, and now playing over towards long, so he's kind of a jack of all trades early on in the match.
And only 1 weapon loss, an MP9 too, so that's a great round for Party Knots. Already ATK, or excuse me, Attack I should call them, now have the AK-47s. A very minimal investment in the last round means now they have a little bit of utility. It is lacking, but luckily Dust 2 is not an execute heavy map, so they don't really need much on the T side, but they do have the weapon, at least a firepower advantage for now.
Yeah, not having all of the arsenal of grenades, you might think that they might shy away from doing any kind of a cat execute, you know, the deep smokes allowing movement in towards the CT drop and things of that nature. But JT already up cat, actually 4 of them already up cat. So a lot of real estate for free early on in the round for Attack, and they're not really paying the price. No damage being exchanged just yet. And they do have the firepower superiority. It's going to be MOTM on this AUG to try and lock things down at the A site.
Yeah, and I think Attack is also realizing now that Party Knots likely do not have an op, so if they do want to come up cat or go elbow, it's really not going to be a problem, and Party Knots are probably kind of concerned about that. But it's looking like a B split right now, 4 in the middle though with AK-47. This is about to get messy.
Messy for Pone alone. He tries to come in, but look at Fadley pushing that smoke on B, able to open things up, finds that frag. He's actually going to double down, finds both of the B defenders. The round was over before it started. Nicely done from them. MOTM, he survives. He's got to get out of there and get himself out of dodge, hold on to that AUG for the next round. There will be a decent amount of money for the Party Knots to work with going into the 4th round of this matchup, but hanging on to that AUG is going to be crucial.
Definitely. Yeah, they're going to need both these weapons if they want to make this next round work with a bite. I imagine Attack is pretty aware of this fact as well. They're already kind of hunting. They're sending Fady already on the hunt, and he's right around the corner.
Stelly's in a good spot here. That MP9 should be able to hear the footsteps. Actually doesn't spot the head over by the car, so that's going to allow 2 more frags to come in here for the CTs, take some guns away. He wants to get a hold of that rifle, and rightfully so, picks up the AK, and now they've got 2 rifles to play with in the next round. So a nice little exchange there at long, and a little bit unfortunate that that player did not spot MOTM hunkered down behind that car. It's so hard to spot those the heads of the CTs. They kind of blend in with the car, so I could see how he just kind of panned right past him.
And some SMG money as well for Stellar. Now he has himself a free weapon upgrade as well to the AK-47, but the AWP does finally come out for Party. Now, this is a big part of the puzzle here on the defense for the CT side. Unfortunately, though, he doesn't have any armor, so he has glass cannon for that. Let's see what Attack are up to. They seem to be spread out pretty defaulty right now. 2 players going fast towards long 8. Tens has already made his way out. The smoke is awkward for both squads. Nobody can see anyone, but Black Poison picks up the first kill.
And that's a big opener. Starting to whittle down the defenses, spread out the forces on the CT side. They still have 2 players aggressive towards long. Nobody holding on catwalk. So if Domster can get up top on here and get up towards that A bomb site, he can potentially throw a spanner in the works. They do pick off one back on towards that long A, and you can see Black Poison starting to rotate back around, join up with his comrades, carrying that, actually it's JT carrying that bomb back around. Black Poison's actually down by the blue box at long, and he finds another one. So that's a nice find. Low HP, 16 health, just kind of bides his time, waits for that repeak to come around, and he punishes for it.
Yeah, I think he has an intuitive feeling that MOTM is around the corner, but I don't think he definitively knows that there's presence behind that smoke. That's going to be a kill coming out from Fady. Nice shade comes out from Ponalone as the bomb attempts to make its way over towards the B site. MOTM does eventually find that kill behind the smoke towards long A, so that's pressure eliminated, and we are now in a 2v2. Ponalone, no armor. AWP trying to retake B. This could be a tough one, Cory.
Oh, it's absolutely going to be tough. An AUG and an AWP for a retake on B. And Black Poison did such a good job. Not only did he pick up 2 kills at long, but he also held MOTM there for such a long time that Ponalone really couldn't commit to a B defense. He kind of had to sit outside of the site and kind of let him come. Now it's going to get tricky. MOTM coming around from the tunnels. Ponalone going to try to peek from the doors. Gun barrel spotted. Domster not going to give it up just yet. He is going to go down to MOTM. It's JT versus 1. Glass cannon, remember. Nice shot from Ponalone. That's going to be the round, and Partynot's going to pick it up.
Wait, he found the Kate right on the bomb, Cory. If that Kate was not there, that round was over.
Well, it's always nice knowing, well, especially if your teammates are vocal about it. Hey, I had a kit. I died on site. I've seen people in pickup games and stuff like that actually waste so much time trying to find the kit that they would have actually had time for a 10-second. They end up losing the round because it took them 6 seconds to find the kit.
Yeah, I think these teams are just a tiny little bit more organized than that, so they got that unlocked.
So. I would hope so.
They have that unlocked. Now, parties are looking to contest long A once again. I imagine they know that Attack is pretty limited on the economy. Oh, miss Molotov. Actually, wait, ATK. Attack is going a lot faster than parties expects right here, but the AWP is there on Game Helper, and MOTM is the bait. He's towards Goose. This could be extremely tricky here for Attack if they can't figure out this, but they have all 5 players coming in through Cat right now, Cory.
Limited firepower, only a Glock on JT. JT gets the kill somehow with the Glock, and 10's going to be there with the Desert Eagle. They don't have to wide peek on long A. They should know that there's a player down there, or at least given the benefit of the doubt. They want to go over and get that off. It's a little unfortunate that they can't do so. Flashbang, it's going to come raining on around, and Stelly is going to get the trade there. Black Poison able to drop one more. A lot of damage being done onto the players on site. 10's trying to stay alive, trying to do what he can with the Eagle. That player right in front of him, and with no armor, it's going to be too difficult for him, getting aim punched up by that USP. But mission accomplished. Bomb gets planted. They did buy up a little bit into the round, but it's not going to be too big of a deal. They get the bomb planted. They get the extra cheddar in the pockets.
Yeah, I think this round was extremely successful for Attack. 3 kills, bomb plant as well, gets them over to that AWP money now as well. Full utility on the AK-47s. Everyone is in a pretty good shape. If anything, Parties is really on the other end of that stick, coming off a round win as well. So that's a little awkward, but they have what they need. They have the AUGs, which are essentially mini ops, especially on a map like Dust 2. But so far, we haven't seen anything extensive from either side. It's been relatively calm and sane.
Yeah, for the most part, standard. That B execution that Attack actually won their round on was really, really well thought out and really played out well. You know, leaving Fady over behind the smoke on B tunnels, hitting that mid explosion, and then, you know, lurking out to get the backstab on the players that were rotating, checking other angles in that B bomb site. But outside of that, I mean, pretty conventional catwalk takes, long A takes, nothing, you know, they're not rewriting the playbook.
Exactly. The one thing I do like about Attack's approach to this map, though, is they actually have players on the extremities pressuring. Usually these players on the extremities, like towards long A or towards B tunnels, they're kind of just staying put, right? They're holding for any counter aggression. They're just making sure, you know, no one's trespassing. But for attack, it's not really the case. They're constantly pressuring and trying to bait out utility, trying to take whatever for free. But it seems like right now attack is setting up for a fake. But I mean, the bomb is still towards middle, so I imagine this is likely ending into a B split.
They try to spawn drop smoke into CT. Doesn't really work out for JT, but they get the trades. Stelly's still over there in B. He manages to find Black Poison trying to lurk out through the tunnels, and he's got a lot to do here in a 2 versus. Oh, that's a nice. Almost gets it. Fady will go down. Nice job from Ponalone to find that damage through the smoke. Actually legged him up. And leaving it in the 2 versus 1, but it is an op. Tens could manage to make this happen. Given the fact that he smoked double doors, he can turn his attention towards the tunnels. A little alliteration there for you, Roy.
Yeah, he's gonna need a lot more than alliteration if he wants to win this round. That's an opportunity missed right there, Cory. Picks up the AK-47, a little bit more of a forgiving weapon in this scenario, but he knows exactly where they both are. It's gonna come down to timing. The smoke is fading, but Ponalone is absolutely ready for it. And it is Party Knots picking up the 5th round. That was well played in the 2v1. I like that.
Well, they both had kits. They could slow play the situation. And they get a double op set up on the CT side for free. So that's always a nice exchange because their money was kind of in the doldrums right there. They didn't really have a whole lot to play with. And you can see, I mean, they're still kind of running their economy dry. 1 round win from attack. And it's going to mean a reset for the Party Knots. So they want to keep that money flowing, keep that going. And a lot of these rounds have come down to the 2v2s, 1v1s.
Right.
You know, Ponalone winning the 1v1. That one coming down to the 1 versus 2. So they're expending a lot of economy round in and round out to keep that pressure on it. What's this? MOTM, lower dark?
Yeah, he's pushing aggressively, but Black Poison says, hello, good night. It's my tunnels, and that's a man advantage now for attack. Now, they do have presence towards long A heavy. 3 players in that direction. They've established pit as well. They can either leave 1 person here, or they can commit off this and keep looking for picks. The only thing that worries me here, Megaman, is that the fact that the CT side, they have 2 ops and 2 AUGs. Those are really good weapons against AK-47, especially long range.
Especially since Stelly's up there in the top side of the site, but you might not be ready for these guys to be as far progressed up long A as they are. Does get the incendiary out, and return Molotov comes. Almost gets the collateral as well, but Domster is going to be able to take him down. And that's going to leave it at least on a 3v3 for the time being. Cat retake is already progressing as Ben Leap makes his way around. Bomb yet to be planted on this site. It's finally going to be out to the hands of Domster. Jump shot. Robbie? No.
I don't think he wants to give away his position just yet. Tens, he finds Ben. That's one of the key pieces down. It's 1-1 now. Split 4. Wait, he comes through the smoke, but he gets spotted off in the crossfire. Ponalone finds 1. It's down to a 1 versus 2. Time is ticking. He has a kit. He has a smoke, but he needs to figure this one out, Cory.
This crossfire is really strong. Fadley down long with the AUG. Domster just rotating around. As soon as those shots start getting fired, yeah, it jumps right up, and we'll find the frag finishing off the round. So a second one on the board for attack. Nice execution in towards the A bomb site, utilizing those AKs, the firepower that they had, given the fact that they were up against the double op setup. But it works out, and now you're going to see where that money situation comes to play. Party Knots on the force buy. 2 scouts, couple 5.7s, a CZ. Not a whole lot of utility, a couple of smokes to work with, 2 flashes and an incendiary. So the economy, that's the heavy swing. That's the hard part. That's the thing that hits really, really difficult for Party Knots right now, because this gives attack an avenue back into this match.
Right, but they have to capitalize off this round specifically right here. Otherwise, it's all for nothing. So, weapon disadvantage. 2 scouts in the hands of the party side. Now, they're playing for the tag him and bag him setup. They have a scout on site. They have a pistol up close towards the site. Ben finds 1. Ben finds a second with the CZ. Wow.
Now that scout can start to damage these players, so MOTM can actually start getting some of the damage in. Or you can just headshot him straight away. This should be an easy cleanup. And this is going to be a flawless round right here. This is amazing. Player spotted in lower dark. They know exactly where he's coming from. JT, MOTM swapping out for the AWP. As soon as this peak comes in, it should be freebie for MOTM. And there you go. A clean force buy.
Flawless.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah.
They got some upgrades too. I mean, they pick up an AWP out of that. They get an AK out of that. They pick up an UMP out of that. They carry over a scout. The 5.7's doing work. They're going to upgrade. They only had to upgrade 2 guns into this round. So you can see how much of an impact it has. Look at how much more utility they have. You know, they've got the upgraded secondaries.
I mean, not only that, but they denied 2 rounds for attack out of that one. I mean, that could have been the comeback right there. It was in the hands of attack. All they needed to do was just not throw it away. They get double killed in the middle by CZ. That's really unfortunate. Now, Ben, up close and personal towards long A. Seems like Attack has their eyes and crosshair on that A site, and it's looking like a 3-2 split, 3 towards long.
Yeah, but Ben lead hasn't really showed his hand at this position, and they're going to bait him in with MOTM. They don't check it. There's one. There's two. MOTM's going to be there for one. Robbie chiming in. Not really much to speak of here. It is a clean round. Again, Robbie, the only casualty, goes down to Fady on catwalk. Roy, see, in baseball, now I'll throw out a sports reference for you since we talk about esports and everything. So in baseball, they have a thing called a shutdown inning, okay? And essentially what that means is your team, the previous at bat, scores a couple of runs, then your pitcher goes out there, and the shutdown inning means that they basically get 3 up, 3 down, clean inning, get right back in, and that's like a momentum shift. Same thing you can have in Counter-Strike. The shutdown round, you lose a round. The shutdown round would have been for Attack to pick up another round after getting that round double victory to put 2 on the board. Exactly. Double eco potential for them, looking down the barrel of picking up a 3rd round, but then they just get countered out. That's like somebody hitting a grand slam in the following round.
Just look at the raw firepower coming out from Party Nuts. I can understand why Attack is struggling right now. It seems like the Party Boys are here to play, and they're doing everything so well, and there's so much firepower that Attack can't even find any weaknesses right now. They're not having success towards long A. They're not really having success going on middle. And really, the only thing that's worked for them has been B.
Well, the only weakness that they've found is their own ability to stay alive.
Is that a weakness?
Big facts.
But Ben is going to be a victim here.
You thought. Almost didn't. Ten's pulling the trigger a little bit early there. Might find himself a clean B bomb site if he can get across. It could be a bomb plant. That's extra cheddar in the bank. He's got the AWP to work with. Yeah, will be a plant, so he'll get a little extra money for his team into the next round. It's not the end of the world. Good nade off the edge. Going to find some serious damage. 31 HP left for Tens. Going to try and play this one close to the chest. Up by the window, waiting for these aggressive CTs to pour on in. But Ponalone, he's all the way down in CT just waiting for a window peek.
And as soon as he lets go, it comes out. That is so unlucky. It's so well played. Tens it down to 7 HP and AWP versus AWP. And the no-scope comes out. And what a performance from Attack. A 1 versus 3 with 4 kills in the round total, Cory.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that I was going to say. Not only that, but he only had a P250 to work with. I mean, it wasn't the strong buy that you're used to seeing on the T side. AKs come into play and everything of that nature. No, he had a P250. Frags the player in lower dark, and then he's got the AWP to play around with. The next thing you know, he clutches out the 1v2. Now, did he have the AWP before that, or did he pick it up?
I think he had it beforehand.
He had it beforehand, but he was going for the close quarter battle with the P250. So, I mean, nevertheless, if he loses that duel in lower B, we're not even having this conversation.
Exactly. And the fact that he even found that kill is even more impressive. That was such a crucial piece to that clutch. Now 7-3. This is the final purchase coming out here for Party. Actually, this is the full investment from both teams. Once again, another important swing round coming out right here. Party Nods are getting the shorter end of the stick, but it is almost an equivalent buy. Triple Galil's AK-47 up for the terrorist side, but only 1 rifle on the CT plus the AWP, of course, for Ponalone. So I mean, this is such an important round. If Attack want to bring this half back, it's right here, Cory. They're not going to get many more opportunities like this one.
Not at all. And that's the right way to start it. Ponalone with the AWP playing on long A this time around. He's been at the car position. He's been playing outside of B. So they've kept that AWP mobile, which is always nice to see. You want to see him attacking different areas. And they're even going to get a rifle off of long A, albeit a Galil, but a rifle nonetheless.
A slow round. I imagine Attack right now is looking for their way into this round. They haven't quite figured out where the weakness is, and I imagine they're waiting out some of the utility here, especially towards the chokehold, towards upper B. But right now, Attack they don't really have much. They only have short A control. That's all. They don't even have mid control. They barely have B tunnels. And I think they're pretty much set on the short A hit right now.
Well, they had mid control. They actually smoked and mollied in CT spawn, trying to pull a distraction. That's not going to suffice. Ponalone again, able to find a second. Going to be looking for a third here. He's got to bide himself some time. That's an easy shot. 3 down, 4 down. Ponalone, could he do it alone? MOTM going to sweep in, take the ace from him. But again, another clean round here on the CT side. They're playing the range game, get in close, get those MP9s working, but it doesn't matter because Ponalone, they had the far and close. They didn't really have a mid-range game. They had one AUG to play with, 2 SMGs, so they didn't really have any mid-range weaponry. But that MP9, you know, you miss an off shot and you're like, okay, well now I can get in close to this guy. The likelihood that he's going to miss on a closer target is a lot higher. And then you got an MP9 sweeping around the corner, full, you know, F1 race car peak.
Yeah, and it seemed like every time there was an important swing round for attack, they just get demolished by one individual performance from the party side as well. That was a 4K for Ponalone, if I'm not mistaken. And
the shutdown round, Roy.
Yep. Now Ponalone again in the middle right here. The flashbang is good. Ponalone can't get the shot off, otherwise he could have probably collateraled. And now he's being overwhelmed towards mid, but he has a lot of support from his teammates, and the grenade just chunked him. And now Ben is picking them apart from window. JT's likely to just drop and spawn, but I think he's heard. Wait, maybe not. But he only has a Glock, so that's not the best of weapons for this scenario.
And a little unfortunate he actually didn't have the bomb. And there you go. Stelly's going to finish things off. Big round there from Ben Lead. And that nade from CT, I'm not sure who threw it, but the nade from CT just chunked them so hard. And not only that, but because of the impact damage of the HE slowing them down, Ponalone was able to get out of dodge. And that was the most important thing, because an AWP versus 5 Glocks, you're not going to win that battle.
Absolutely right. Yeah, it's like quicksand as soon as you get hit by that HE, right? You instantly lose all your speed. Now,
legs.
Not everyone has strong legs, Megaman. Here we go, though. It's going to be a fast play towards long. Once again, attack. They've had their crosshairs set on long, but they haven't successfully taken it just yet. The support is just so good from Party, but the 2 kills are in favor of attack, and that's a one-man advantage now. Only a single defender towards the A site. He's already getting back up through spawn, but attack has full control of this round. The only thing I can see that might cause a problem is the fact that they still have to get past these 2 AWPs. And that's a tough task on a map like Dust 2.
Yeah, they cat boosted Stelly. They've got one player playing from Cubby. I'm a little perplexed, though, by that play by Ben Lead at long. I'll touch on that here after the round is over, because they are starting to progress in towards that A-bomb site. Good incendiary usage trying to block off the plant, and that's going to buy them some more time. They're waiting for this lurk to come out through mid, but they've missed the timing on it. Here comes the backstab. Could be 2 kills. There's one. It might even be a second. Long-range MOTM with that AUG. Will find Black Poison, but the damage has been done. Stelly, though, on the AWP, able to find one more. They do have to contend with an offer in the pit, but not anymore. Tens goes down. That's all down to JT on site. He's going to get caught, but Stelly missing the shot. That's going to leave JT in a position to clutch, and he'll do just that. But what I was talking about, Roy, the thing that perplexed me on long A last round was Ben got a kill, fired maybe 8 bullets, and then wide out in the open pulls out a nade to throw into the corridor at long. Right when 2 other terrorist players peek.
Right, yeah. Maybe he thought that they won the initial wave, so he wasn't going to get any more contention. He's like, maybe I can just get this nade in before they re-peek or before they try to do anything. But sometimes the timing is just a little bit off. But yeah, that's never a good idea to take out a nade in a firefight, that's for sure. It's going to be Ponalone getting the early pick once again for Party, and it seems like attack just can't string anything together here.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, as soon as they get one on the board, they get shut down immediately afterwards. They haven't been able to get that good economy. We aren't seeing consistent buys from attack, and that's really hindering them. Tens up close and personal might meet the demise at Ben's ump in a matter of moments. For now, they're going for a 3 heavy long A play. MOTM really going to be the linchpin of this round.
They just can't get any space anywhere, Cory. Every time they try to do anything, there's someone there ready for it. And Party Knots are playing so dynamically right now that it's almost impossible for them to find any gaps. MOTM is about to get overwhelmed towards long gate. He has no support except the flashbangs. He's going to have to try to hold it by himself. But MOTM is doing a great job surviving while the pressure from Party arrives. The cavalry is here, Cory.
Yeah, and Stelly being able to pick off Domster alleviates a lot of pressure from right above MOTM's head. Nice shots there from Black Poison. He's going to have to ace it to win it. Gets himself into the pit. That is a favorable position, but trying to get out of pit is a little bit more of a taxing task, to say the least. And Ponalone on the hunt. 2 players high-low stacked at A.
17 seconds on the clock as well. It's not looking good. And there it is. Double up angles. Party Knots once again looking solid as ever. And it is 10-4. A 6-round lead already. There's potential room for more, especially with the economy being kind of limited here for attack. See what they're going to pump out with this. It's going to be a scout for 10s. The Eagles. 1 Galil. I think Dom will be on a P250. Oh, Mac 10. Okay. That's not a very ideal purchase for Dust 2, is it?
No, not in the slightest. And I'm actually, to be honest with you, I'm surprised that Attack have gotten as many rounds as they have, because Party Knots have been the dominant force in this matchup. And again, like I harped on the last round, they've never really had a good money situation. So these have been 4 full gun rounds that they've been able to put together. They didn't get a lot of gun rounds to play with.
Yeah. And the opportunities they had to break the economy for Party Knots never really went in their favor. Now they're up against Scopes again. Triple AUGs, double AWPs, 5 players towards Cat. Last time they tried this, they almost clutched out the round. This time they have a little bit of a better weapon set to try it again, but I think Party Knots are more ready for it this time.
Drop, but this time they're going to take the long avenue. Look at that. Black Poison and Fadely. One more Deagle frag on long would have really kind of sealed the deal here, but it's going to be Fady picking up that AWP. Puts them into a slightly more favorable position. Bomb being planted and all. Player actually pushing through the incendiary and taking a boatload of damage. Gets out in front of it, finds a kill before Fady can adjust. That's going to be down to Ponolo, and the fire starting to fade. They're not sensing anything, but Fady's not watching this, and that's an easy frag. So now it's the 1v1, AUG versus AWP. Deep. Well, that was a decoy. Kind of shied him off the angle, though. So it's doing its job, but should be Black Poison's round. Took a few extra bullets. I wasn't sure there for a sec, but he did get it done. So a 10-5 halftime score. Honestly, not too bad for Attack, given the situation that they were in throughout the entirety of that first.
Agreed. I think Dust 2 is one of those maps where it kind of leans 9-6, 10-5 usually anyway. It's kind of unclear. Like sometimes it's CT-sided, sometimes it's T-sided. It could be very well a clash of playstyles or just a clash of pacing on this map. Now let's see. Attack, they've been such a strong force on Dust 2 before, and now they're on defense. So I imagine things get a little bit easier for them, but it has to begin with this pistol. This pistol will be everything for Attack. It'll be the momentum. It'll be their early kind of deficit cleaning up here. So they have to make this one work. Parties, 3 players towards upper B, 2 towards top middle. It seems like they might be setting up for a B split right now. Yeah.
Russian Cat. Ooh, I like the call. They even spotted the bomb down on lower B, so nice little call here from the CT side. A lot of players peeking out. Black Poison long range game. Doesn't really have to worry about it unless he gets his bell rung, and opting to go for the double Cat boost on pistol round. I like the call, but now they're going to go out mid, but they beat the smoke, and that's going to give Fady an opportunity for second. It's even going to push on through. Good counter flash, and this is just utter domination right now. Stelly the last man alive, and he gets tapped away by Domster. So a big round for ATK. Hopefully they can carry that momentum forward.
I absolutely love the fact that Attack did not come in scared for that pistol. They called and probably... There's only like one maybe more aggressive call they could have made, and it would have been pushed down middle. But I love the fact that they wanted to establish that dominance early to let Party know that they have not slipped out of this one yet. They're still in the woods. They're still here fighting in the arena. They're not out of this one. And it's going to be Glocks here for Parties. Attack needs to make sure they can kind of hopefully flawlessly win this round so that they can at least avoid the double reset territory. A loss here would be an absolute disaster, though. So Attack absolutely cannot drop this one. But they are up against 5 Glocks, so I don't imagine they lose this.
I don't know if you saw that 6 smoke in CT. That was awesome. He threw it right into the corner. Didn't even bounce. Didn't even bounce to the door. Silver 1. Beautiful play. Cat push, all Glocks. Let the Glock train runneth over. See what happens here, Roy. Surely not going to get too much out of this. They've got a lot of firepower at the A site. I mean, 3 rifles being purchased, 4 rifles, pardon me, being purchased. And the AUG sitting in the corner, tapping away. 1, 2, count flash, yeah, cleaned up.
I don't even think Tens moved a single pixel. He literally just sat there crouched tapping his AUG. That's awesome. He knew they were screwed. He knew they only had Glocks. There's no way he was going to lose that duel. And there it is.
Not at all.
Attack picking up a flawless round, exactly what they need. And now their economy is not quite stable, but way better off than a double reset territory. So that's good. Now the gun round begins. It is, of course, favoring Party side with 4 AKs and SG for Stellar. a full utility and full kits for attack as well. So, I mean, they have the versatile options available to them here in terms of defense.
A lot of utility being expended at long A early on, trying to get that deep, long control, but already aggressive down into lower B, flashing for his teammates to take an aggressive peek up here on Cat. Nobody playing close defense. That nade's going to rock one. Yeah, Robbie down to 65. Even tickles MOTM down to 83. So
not bad.
Some early damage. Yeah, some early damage being found. Well, quick maths on that says it's about 50 damage worth of nades. So that's about as good as you can get.
Wow.
Stelly finding Black Poison early in the round. That SG working out. And look at Ben, just ready for that push. Saw the aggression come out from the lower B push, and now they're going to be ready for that long A push. Except that he's gone away from it, and now there's an opportunity for a backstab, but they haven't capitalized on it.
Yeah, that flank came in just a second too late. Parties went at the perfect time. Now there's a smoke here in towards tunnels, and it is going to be Domster picking that one up. So now they have traded B site for B tunnels control. Not too shabby, but it is a man advantage for Party Knots moving into this round. They need to make sure they can eliminate MOTM and spawn. Otherwise, this retake will be virtually impossible.
They have no utility left on the T side either. I think they know that he's down here. Yeah, and Fady's going to take him down, so the retake is on. They can actually pile 3 players through the B tunnels if they want to, but looks like they're going to shy away and save for another day. So first gun round goes to the Party Knots. Well executed mid B split.
Perfectly
Sometimes
timed.
that's all it takes.
You don't have to reinvent the wheel, Corey. You just got to hit your shots, as they say.
It's like I said earlier on, nobody's rewriting the playbook here. Pretty much anything you can think of on Dust 2 has been done at one point or another.
For sure.
But see, they waited for the smoke to bloom in CT before they went for the peak. Sure, they got spammed through it, but they didn't give up a freebie kill like in the...
I think what was even more impressive is the fact that I don't know if that was on purpose or they maybe had some sort of read, but it was perfectly timed to avoid that long A flank as well. Now with those 2 saved weapons. For sure, for sure. But attack. Those 2 saved guns means full buy right here, although it is sort of lacking on utility, but I think it might be just enough to make this work. It's going to be short A control instead of long A for the CT side, while Parties is plowing 4 players long. They've already have it established at 1:40. That's a big part of the map gained.
That's huge. Getting Ponalone down in pit. Now, it's a shame he doesn't have his op, because that would, you know, make things obviously a lot more uncomfortable for those guys at the A site, but they're going to go ahead and take over full long A control, peeking out, checking out car, making sure nothing's there. They get the smoke for the cross out, start to pull those rotations off of B. There's 4 CTs over here, 3 of them on Cat, well, 2 on Cat, 1 CT. JT doing what he can to hang on for dear life, but he's going to go down. They spotted the player going towards the get right boxes. Nade's going to sail a little bit far. Malone trying to do what he can here, low HP, but he finds one more. Now they've got to worry about the push coming around from CT.
Now, Parties is a man up, but their HP is extremely limited here. They're not as healthy, so they're not going to be as confident taking these duels, and they're getting overran slowly by attack, and now all the kills are raining in for attack. It's all down to MOTM. He sprays down 2. It's down to a 1 versus 1, and Fady's sticking it.
Oh, he doesn't know where the bomb is.
Oh my god.
A little bit unfortunate there that he lost track of where the bomb was and everything. There was a huge gap in the smoke, but only if he went for a jump peek. But still, I mean, the heroics were there. Unlucko, yeah, like chat says, unlucko. But what are you going to do? I mean, you win some, you lose some. Your team was in a position to win there, and they just didn't land their shots. That retake was swift and clean.
Extremely clean. Yeah, I like that a lot. I think they recognize as well that, yeah, they were a man down, but again, they were much healthier. So they can just say, ooh, Black Poison. What is that?
And then he gives it right back.
Okay, maybe he was a little bit overzealous for the second one, but that first one was nice.
That first one was nice. It was a beautiful shot by him, but again, I think he outstayed his welcome a little bit in mid. Maybe fall back, find yourself a little bit more of a passive angle, hold on to that rifle for a little while longer, maybe go for a cheeky cat angle or something like that. Don't necessarily have to stand right there in the double doors and continue to... But nevertheless, I mean, it keeps things on an even keel on a 4v4. But again, these 4v4s do tend to favor the terrorist side. Kind of spreads out the defenses a little bit thinner on the... Yeah,
not too shabby, though. A scout trade for an AK? That's not bad. JT up close, trying to hold down middle by himself. There's 3 players on the other side of the double doors, Cory. This could get weird. The bomb towards upper B, so this is likely ending to beast play. JT's trying to avoid the flashbangs, but he turns right at the perfect time. But he gets traded out eventually, but he's done the damage. He's made this round incredibly favorable for his team now.
Yeah, he did what he had to. Picking up 2 kills there. I mean, technically speaking, he shouldn't have even gotten 1. They came out looking for that angle. He just hit 2 snap headshots. Beautifully done by him. That gives an opportunity here with 30 seconds left for the CTs to salvage a round, pull within 1, or pull 1 more round. Make it a 2-round difference between the party knots and the attack. I mean, I knew this was going to be a good matchup, but I didn't think it was going to be this competitive. MOTM gets the headshot on 10s, playing in the sight, smoke deep on Cat, looking for the CT player, and MOTM taking matters into his own hands this round.
He's got 4 kills already. He's looking for that ace. It's all down to Domster now in a 1 versus 2. He's coming up CT. That's really the only part of the map that he's been provided. He spots 1. He gets the damage off. He can't quite finish off Ben. MOTM's coming in for the support, but Domster's absolutely ready for it. And he should know that Ben is to his right as soon... Oh!
Timing, baby.
You know, I feel like Ben played that perfect. I think if he hit, he lost.
Oh, yeah.
He had to peek that, catch him the element of surprise, and there it is. Parties.
Yeah. I mean, like you said,
reset.
element of surprise, but not only that, he also caught him in transition because it looked like he was going to jump up onto the sight boxes to maybe throw some spam into that wall. So that timing couldn't have been any better for Ben.
Absolutely.
This is really, really nicely done by him.
Yeah.
But 12-8 it goes. I wasn't expecting MOTM to just go full savage mode that round and plow. I mean, that was huge. They were at a man disadvantage. They get into the bomb site. He picks off 2 on the take.
And he is that player, though.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He is that player. He's definitely the plow. He's definitely the type of player that can single-handedly carry rounds or turn unfavorable scenarios favorably, as we just saw. And there's been so many clips, so many highlights from MOTM. I'm actually a big fan. Big fan of 10s as well. Those are some of my kind of the players that I'm rooting for, you know. Of course, I do love everybody in this server, but these are 2 players that I have a special eye on. Now, Pone alone, up and down middle. MOTM is running down Suicide with the MAC-10, looking to go incredibly fast, and he's already down middle. This is so much information and ground being gained early. I don't even think attack is ready for this. There's only 1 player B, Cory.
There's no way. He's already through window. He died. Well, no, he didn't die.
What is happening? This is pure chaos. What is
Look at
going
this round,
on?
Stelly. Nice couple of snapshots there in mid with the AK to take down 2. And there it is, Polo and ready for Black Poison. Yeah, usually in that situation you expect somebody to just, you know, put on the Nikes and blaze up Cat, but he runs out through mid double doors, pops the smoke, beats the smoke out through CT, spots a player jumping over and just says, screw that, I'm going window, and just plows all the way through. So beautiful job from him, just creating such a distraction. You could see from the reactions on the CT side that they had no idea of really the where or when or what was going on. So you had a couple players push aggressive Cat. They had a long push, had a player die in CT, solo on B. So disheveled on the CT side. And look at this push on B. What a time to rush.
I think party knots have done their homework. I think they're aware of the eco options that attack usually kind of resorts to, and this is 5 men towards long A and 5 men out B for party, so they've yin-yanged across the map, and now it's AKs, SMGs, and AWPs up against USPs and no armor. Not a good situation.
Well, Roy, let me ask you, are they playing for money?
Let me ask you what?
Are they playing for money?
Of course.
Of course they're going to do their homework.
Of course.
Of course.
Come on, Cory. This is not amateur hour.
Well, I was just saying, you know, maybe they did their homework. Absolutely, they're doing their homework. There's no question about that. Finally get them into that bad money situation. They read it right and say, hey, you know, 9 times out of 10, they decide to stack long A on Cat. Or long A, Catwalk, and the A bomb site on the eco rounds. They read the situation right. Look at the nade damage, but Robbie's out in front of it, but Robbie's dead. The rest of the squad kind of inhibited from pushing. But look at MOTM, already up Cat again, putting the wheels on.
Yeah, this is incredibly awkward because this could be Attack's final This could be the end of their lifeline for their economy and rounds as well. 10's down middle, or excuse me, down towards long A, trying to pick up the pieces left here on towards the A site. But it seems like Parties is really well established now. They're all stuck towards Cat and site. They have nowhere else to hide, so this retake will be guns out. And it's going to be Pone alone and Ben picking up the 2 kills, making this extremely favorable for them.
Fady had to hit that headshot for this retake to really commit. Trying to get himself up into a favorable spot. An unconventional miss there from Pone alone. Bomb planted for these catwalk players. MOTM should get spammed here. Never mind. Fady just walks right into the off. Doesn't even put spam it. Good find there from Domster. 3v1. Made a 1v2. Trying to get through there, but the time is gone. He's going to have to bail out, and that's going to be 15 rounds now for Party. Not bad.
Not bad at all. 7 chances, Cory. 7 for Party Knots to end this right here in regulation. They have so much money that at least 4 of those rounds will be buy rounds.
I don't think they're going to need 7. I think it's going to be right here. Look at the money that's on the ATK. I mean, they're really going to bring nothing to the table this round. They've got the AK they salvaged last round. They've dropped over an AUG. Black Poison's got a scout. What are the other guys going to bring? Another scout. And what's on the floor? Anything on the floor of it? They are calling a pause. It is going to get extinguished here in a second. I don't really see a gun on the floor. There you go. An M4 gets thrown over. So a limited buy, to say the least.
Definitely.
Not pretty.
And we've seen Party Knots make it work with worse, so I imagine Attack is not giving up hope just yet. But this is a round incredibly unfavoring them. They don't have a kit either. And B site on Dust 2 is probably, in my opinion, the hardest site to retake in all the map pools available in Counter-Strike. So without that kit, it makes it even harder. And it seems like Party Knots are looking to plow towards that B site early on. Let's see if they actually commit to this rush. It seems like they are. This is going to be a fast pace towards upper B right now.
All the nades already out. Only one player actually on site to defend. 2 sitting outside of the doors, trying to do some damage here. Good spam through the smoke, but doesn't yield it. Enough nade to push him back to incendiaries, the late lurk out mid. Everything being thrown at him. Party Knots, they've come to play. They're prepared.
And now they're set up on the B side as well. Again, I just talked about how difficult it is to retake this, and now we're probably going to see why. There's only one spot for them to enter, and it's through the window and the smoke through doors.
Well, to be completely fair, at least they had the 3 rifles left alive to go for that push, but nothing doing. And that's going to be that. Everything falling apart there at the end for Attack. So a nice, clean, swift finish for that one for the Party Knots. They're going to take that 16-8. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, Roy.
Look at MOTM as well. 28 kills, 12 deaths.
Yeah, he had a big game.
Man,
big game.
Popped off. But that is the conclusion of the first map. That was Dust 2. This was ATK's map pick. That is an unfortunate turn of events. Now it will be Party Knots map pick coming up next. If you guys haven't done so already, please do follow our socials. That is Twitch, Twitter, Facebook for Winners League, as well as Cory's Twitter and mine down here below. We could use your love and some follows. You know, we want to eat as well. But, yeah, I believe it is going to be Mirage up next. That is, again, Party Knots map pick, so it will be an interesting one. But I think we're going to go to 3 maps here. Mirage is an incredibly strong map for ATK. It's also a strong map for Party Knots, so not going to be a freebie by any means. But we will be right back after a quick short break, guys. Stay tuned.